Hi everybody, welcome back to the Gallagher Shots YouTube channel. As you can see, it's myself and Deka back once again as we look at two Newcastle United kits once again. It's not like the last one. Both of these are real, Deka. We're not comparing fake against an official Newcastle United kit. But what we wanted to do today was we wanted to look at the comparisons between the retro kit from the 99-2000 season compared to Newcastle United's brand new third kit, which I think everybody has fell in love with across Newcastle United. I don't think you can leave the street without seeing one these days.
Everyone seems to have one. Yeah. Even at work the day I went outside and like every single person.
It's like that Simpson meme where Homer Simpson's at the bar.
Oh yes,
and he's in a lesbian bar. I think it is. It's just that's you. If you haven't got this shirt yet, everybody else has got it. But yeah, one of the main reasons we wanted to do this is because we've seen a lot of things online which you understand where they're coming from. And say Newcastle United, once again, they've got a white and green kit. It means it's a Saudi kit. And obviously it's getting a lot of kickback from Newcastle United fans, which is saying, well, it's clearly a replica of a previous Adidas kit, which we can see straight away.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk through the similarities and just tell you what we like about both kits and which kit we prefer at the end of the day, which is going to be a pretty tough stuff. It is going to be tough. So, Deka, I'm going to come to you first of all. Okay, we're going to go through the similarities first. Obviously, colour straight away, isn't it? Like, there's not much difference between the shades of green.
No, there's not. I think when you have them side by side like this as well, actually, it's even more striking just how similar they are. And I appreciate to go back what you said about other fans maybe saying, "Oh, it's another Saudi kit." Like, I can kind of get that, if I'm honest, from them. But I think
from the previous two seasons,
I can kind of get that. But I think it is a fantastic sort of homage to the original. Like, I think the first thing that stands out to me and I know people will go, well, obviously the brownie and stuff, actually was the Adidas badge that is
green.
Yeah, I didn't realise. I actually forgot that it was like that. That it had the green on the outside and black in the middle on the original. I forgot about that, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
But as you say, I mean, they're very, very similar. Like, there's no doubt about it.
Well, 100%. And obviously, one of the telltale things is the collar straight away. So you're looking at the two-tone collar. You've got the black with the green stripe. Then you've got exactly the same on the collar there. Yes, that is a V-neck. We're seeing before we start recording. I remember this to have a button, but it's never had a button. But it looks like it should have a button. Whereas the home one, yes, we do have the collar with the button. But once again, it's a two-tone thing. The one difference, which I would have liked to have seen on this one, which we've gotten on this one, is the green trim.
Yes, it's lovely.
On the black Adidas stripe on the sleeves and on the
shoulders.
It's a nice
touch, isn't it?
It's a lovely touch. I never noticed that before.
Yeah, it's a nice touch.
But it's fantastic. It really isn't. What else do we have? So we're looking at, obviously we've mentioned the green Adidas logo. We've mentioned the collar. Sleeves straight away. You've got once again the two-tone sleeves.
Yeah, it's hold that one up there. Actually, it is very similar, isn't it? Actually,
we'll use
that one. Yeah, it is similar. I will probably say though, if I'm honest, I probably do prefer how that comes round. Rather, I probably do prefer that one. What's your thoughts on the green itself? So I know you're saying it is, of course, it's similar. Do you prefer? What green do you prefer?
That green.
I do as well.
The dark green.
Yeah, I do as well. I prefer that green. Like, yeah.
So many people that are Newcastle United fans probably don't even realise that the relationship that we've had with green shirts over the years, and there's been a handful of shirts where we've had a touch of green in them, and even if you haven't even noticed it yet, just look at the flag. Look at the scarf above that. So that is a Newcastle United scarf that we've got, and you can see that there's greens in there. There's many other things across the studio where you can see green tones on Newcastle United away strips, but we're going to touch on the new one, Deka, because we've spoken about this hundreds of times on the podcast already, even though it's only been out a handful of days. But we saw the rumours, we knew what it was going to look like. And on the podcast that we just recorded on Monday night show there, that you've mentioned that it's up there with one of the best shirts you've ever seen from Newcastle. And I agree with you.
Ever. I would say, well, we're saying that's 99-2000. I mean, I'm trying to think of shirts off the top of my head, but you probably are going back 20 plus years, like since I've really fell in love with the shirt. I think I meant the collar. I do love the button.
Yeah.
I just think it makes it look smarter personally than that. But I think the biggest addition, which I wasn't sure about, honestly, when I first heard rumours about it, was this badge. Now, it's nothing, it's not that I don't like that badge. That badge reminds me of being a kid. My bedspread had that all over it. I just wasn't sure how I felt about changing the badge, but my word,
works, doesn't it?
It's just unbelievable. And I think the little magpie underneath with the little green touch, again, similar to this, is again, you've mentioned the nice touch of them stripes. I feel like that's a lovely little touch there for something little.
Yeah.
But I think it's absolutely class. Like
the one thing which the retro one doesn't have compared to the new one is obviously the stripes as well, coming from down up over. Obviously you've got the green stripes on the front there, which I quite like that as well. I like how the material's different as well.
Yeah, it's just nice.
Between the cuts as well. If we flip them round, Deka, we might as well have a look at the back of them whilst we're here. There's not much happening either way. It's a solid white back, but obviously, as you can tell, it's very similar to the badge which you've got on the front with the magpie. It's a carbon copy of the magpie cut from it. It's really fantastic.
I think what I'll also say is this is the replica one, the £80 top, whereas the
players one, the authentic as a class, or
So what's that one? So
that's a replica. That's the fan replica.
Yes. So the other one's the players one.
The players or the authentic. I think there's 3 different versions of what you can get.
So on the players one, that the black and white shirt, I felt there was a clear difference between the badges. So I thought that stood out massively. That the £80 one badge is more of a, well, it's just like a stick-on badge, if you like, or a sewn-on badge, whereas the players one's a lot different. Where I noticed on this one compared to the £110 one, I didn't really see much difference at all in the quality of the shirt or anything. But on the back, what I love about this one is the collar is all the way around. Yeah. Whereas on the players one, the collar stops here. There is no collar around here. And I just thought that looked quite sloppy. I didn't like that. I love how the collar goes right around, similar to that. But again, what is nicer on this one is the green trim is right around, as it's not on this one. But the green trim follows all the way on the back again. I think it looks really smart.
What I noticed as well when the players were wearing this in Japan, it looks like when they're playing that collar's folded in on itself.
Oh, right.
On the player one. Right. It looks mental, and I agree with you. Do you know what it is? I think that this version, the cheaper version, is better.
I think so. I really do.
One this time
I really do.
Well, I think if you look at the home version, you can see that the players one is superior compared to the cheaper. I'm saying the cheaper one, £80 at the end of the day. We'll flip them back around, Deka. Just to end the video, because I know people absolutely love the kit videos and hearing our opinion on them.
I'm interested to see what size that is, you know.
That's extra large.
Okay, fair.
It's Bessie's shirt. You might not get it back.
Because that's an extra large as well, because I couldn't get in the large.
But it's like what we're seeing on the podcast. The extra large shirts back in the 90s were wide.
It is wide, that
wide
one.
And short.
It's very wide, yeah.
So if you've got a bit of a belly on you, like
that one had that tail at the way. Like,
tapered.
I noticed that it was always like that in that era. That the back was short.
You still love that though.
Lush.
You still love that.
Absolutely lush. Yeah.
Fantastic.
It's a hell of a shirt. That.
Yeah, really, really nice.
Do you prefer that badge to that one? Like, what's your thoughts? I mean, because I'm not asking you to say would you have that on every single shirt. I'm not saying that, but
if you want my honest opinion, because this version of the badge is darker than what we see these days.
That's true.
It's a lot lighter on the crest, which we see these. Even though it's the same design, it's just lighter because obviously you've got the gold trim rather than the yellow, really, isn't it?
Yes.
At the end of the day, I do honestly. I love our combat. It's been there for decades upon decades. I'm really surprised that the club haven't gone back to something like that.
Right.
But in the same breath, I'm surprised that the club just didn't use the magpie alone rather than you see a lot of clubs doing that these days. I think Liverpool's a prime example where they've got the bird on theirs instead of the crest on one of the kits. I'm surprised they didn't just go with the magpie,
which is like on the back, but
larger. I thought that would have been fantastic and looked amazing. People say one magpie bad look, that thing. But it's 2 if you count one on the back as well. I love that crest, mate. I really do. It's not my favourite one. I prefer the other one, the one with the castle on it.
Okay, right.
I prefer that one.
Okay.
But do you know what it is? It just works, doesn't it? Everything about it works.
It's lovely. I honestly think it's a beautiful shirt. Like, it's my favourite, as I said, for years. And out of the 3 when they were getting announced that they were coming out, this was immediately the one that I wanted to do.
And people tend to say sponsors ruin shirts. Still has worked.
No, it has worked, yeah. And I know people hate Funny 8, right? But I am going to say something about, I always felt they looked passable and okay on the away shirts because they matched in with the colour. I think it was the blueness on the black and white ones. I mean, that is something else. Like, I mean, it is still fantastic.
The white brown heel crest as well, rather than the cream one as well.
But absolutely correct in what you say. Like, there's no. Normally, when you see a shirt, right, they'll go, "I love it all except the sponsor." That's normally the tagline you hear. No one said that about that one.
Well, apart from the sleeve.
Oh well, fair enough. I'll give you.
We need to highlight it. Yeah. It's not central.
They're
never central.
Oh, correct. I guess.
So where the stripes go.
Yeah.
So if you twist around so people can see it, so the stripes on the sleeve, they don't line up with noon, and I noticed that as soon as I put it on, And my OCD, I was like, what the? I was like, went
it's
through the
nowhere
roof.
near,
That
is it?
it's just the design of the shirt. It's with the way it's going to lie. It just didn't
actually,
look right, and they're all exactly the same.
Since you pointed that out, yeah, it's nowhere near right.
And it'll be the same when this obviously crest goes on as well for the players. When the Premier League one's going, that'll probably be off centre.
I didn't actually think about getting the Premier League badge. I should have probably. But,
the only thing, do you know what it is, Deka? I would have loved that to have that Champions League logo on it.
Oh,
it would have been amazing.
Yeah, it would have been amazing. Like,
it would have just fit perfectly. Yeah, but if we're going to end the video, if we're marking them out of 10,
oh god,
right? If we'll go for the current one first of all, I'm giving that a solid 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I'm probably the same. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think in my head, why would I not give it a 10? That's what I'm trying to say.
The new badge.
So we'll say the new badge. Yeah, probably I. It's going to sound
logo. A lot of people were expecting the alternative Adidas logo.
Oh, the
trefoil logo.
Yeah. Well, good shout. You know what? I'm a bit of a sucker for that new one because I prefer the logo than the Adidas written.
Yeah.
I like it just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll probably say 9 out of 10. Yeah, 9 out of 10.
This one, the retro one.
Do you
want my opinion first?
Mm-hmm.
This is one of my all-time favourites.
Yeah,
it really is. Yeah. But you have to give Adidas credit that they've smashed that. They've absolutely hit it out of the park, and they've looked for something different with bringing an old crest back. The magpie on the back of it as well. The material is completely different to any material we've ever had for a football shirt before.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to give that an 8. I love them both, right? And it really pains us to give a new shirt more award than a retro one. But it's fantastic, Deka. It really is.
The brown ale badge is that sponsors. You know, it's childhood and it feels special. The blue stuff. Yeah, if you took the sponsors off, I'm saying that one all day. Like,
is it? Are you going for this one because of the nostalgia around it? And
you know what I'm like? I'm terrible for that. Yeah, I am terrible for that. I had that one. I'm going to say 8.5. That one, if we can do halves, 8.5, and I'll say 9 for that one. But I think the reason why I'm doing that is for that badge.
Yeah.
If that had that badge now, I would say that one all day. I think maybe it's because of that badge, which is making it sway. To be honest.
Okay. So both going for the new one.
Yes. And that doesn't often happen.
Never
happens, does it? Yeah.
Never happens. Let us know what you think as well. Which ones do you prefer? Do you prefer the retro one? Do you prefer the new one? And tell us the reasons why as well. If you do like this sort of content as well, just become a member. You do get all these sort of videos earlier than everybody else, and it is just $2.99 a month as well. Like the video, means a lot to us, and we'll see you next time for our next kit video. See you next time.